Carly Blaylock, and I'm so glad you're here. If you know me personally, then you know I deal with some chronic pain. It's a kind of arthritis, and today I woke up feeling super sore and stiff. So I've had some requests for neck and shoulder yoga and more gentle yoga targeting injuries. So this is going to be an awesome, easy, no impact practice for your neck and shoulders. Awesome. So I have here a strap, but if you don't have a strap, I've grabbed a sweatshirt with really long sleeves. So either of these will work great. I also have a pillow, just a pillow from my bed that we'll use at the end of the practice. If you have a little blanket or a towel, you can grab that too, but I'm just going to use my sweatshirt again to create a support for my neck at the end of this practice. Okie dokie, that's all you need. So thank you so much for joining me today, and let's get started. We're going to start in a nice tall seat. You can crisscross your legs in any way that's comfortable to you, or if you're more comfortable on your knees in a supported virasana, hero's pose, with your quads together. Maybe you place that pillow underneath you between your feet, keeping those feet a little wide to sit back. That's awesome too. So just choose wherever you are most comfortable. I'm most comfortable in a crisscross today because my knees are bothering me. Okie dokie. So go ahead and close your eyes. Just connect to the breath. We won't focus too much on this today because we're not going to be flowing. Obviously, breath is always important, but I want this to be a quick, accessible practice for you. Take a full breath in and sigh it out. Notice as you breathe in how that feels in your back. Check in with your neck. Notice how it feels. I feel like my head is falling forward. So I'm gonna pull my chin back in space so my head is stacked over my heart. And that relieved a little tension from my neck. Just tuning in little tiny things, noticing how you feel. Maybe you just woke up, you're not feeling any sort of pain today, you're just wanting to wake up the body, work through those morning stickies in the joints. But maybe you are feeling a little icky today, sticky, achy. And that's okay. Try not to be mad at yourself for that. You can't control that, right? Just choose to meet yourself where you are, give yourself love and compassion, and take care of yourself here for the next few minutes. All right, let's start. Inhale, reach the shoulders up towards the ears, and then exhale, relax them down the back. Just some little shoulder loops here. Inhale, bring those shoulders up. Exhale, take them back and down. Inhale, bring them up. Exhale, take them back and down. Nice job. One more time. Inhale. And exhale, release. Super gentle here. Drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Notice how that feels through the left side of the neck. Allow this left shoulder to just be a little heavy. And maybe you need to reach your hand up and massage your neck gently. like to massage down from right behind the ear and the nape of the neck, down the side of the neck to where the shoulder connects. I guess to where the arm connects the shoulder. Just easy, gentle movement here. Or no movement if you're just hanging out. And then on an inhale, bring your chin back to center, stacking your head back over your shoulders. Take a big breath in. Side out. And then draw your left ear to your left shoulder, stretching the right side of the neck. Noticing if this side feels a little different than the other side. Mine does. And that's okay. If you did on the other side, bring your left hand over to your right neck and gently give yourself a little massage. Instead of, it's a little bit of a mind game for me because chronic pain or stiffness can get frustrating. So instead of getting caught up in, God, wow, that feels so tight, flip that story a little bit for yourself and, wow, that massage feels great. It feels extra good today. I extra needed that today. Needed that a little extra. And then bring your chin all the way back to center. Just giving yourself grace. I think that's something people say a lot, but that's what it means to me. Being patient with my body when my mind wants to just go, 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 and my body says, slow, be slow, take it slow. All right, go ahead and reach the arms all the way up overhead. Notice how that feels, and then exhale, release them down by the sides. 2 more, big, tall breath in. See if you can grow taller through your spine here. Exhale, release. 1 more time, inhale, reach it up. And exhale, release. Awesome. Bring your hands to heart center here and interlace your fingers together if you can. And then flip the palms forward, and we're gonna press the palms forward and round a little bit through the spine. So I'll turn sideways so you can see what I'm doing. Just a little seated cat-cow. So the palms press forward, the spine rounds to the extent that you can, right? No pain here. Just stretching. Tuck the chin. Reach those hands forward. So it might not look like mine, but you're just going for that sensation of roundingness, sensation of stretching through the vertebrae and this spinal flexion here. And then inhale, flip the hands, reach them towards the sky, lift the heart, big breath in. And exhale, round it through. Inhale, reach it high. Exhale, round. We'll do that 1 more time. Inhale, reach it high. Exhale, round. Good job. And then inhale, reach those hands high. Here, you can bend the elbows if that feels okay in your body and look up. Try to keep the low belly tight here because tendency can be to like crash through the low back and splay the ribs out really wide. We want to keep the low back firm and tall, or the low belly firm, the back tall. Send the elbows wide and just look up. If your hands can come all the way behind your head, support your head at the nape of the neck. Continue to send the elbows wide, continue to look up. Just really gentle here. Not absolutely at your max. maybe about 50% of the way there. And then inhale, come all the way back up. Bring your head through center, reach your arms up overhead. And we're gonna we're gonna stretch to the right. Bring your right hand down to the mat. Reach the left arm long. So think of lifting up and over so we're not crunching in the right side body. Get heavy in your left hip. Reaching here, full breaths in. Stay for the exhale. And find just a little bit of dynamic movement. So the inhales, I'm gonna lift and reach. The exhales, I'm gonna deepen through the stretch just a little. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, come all the way through center. And then bring your left hand down. You can come to the fingertips, especially if you're having wrist pain. Get really light on that bottom hand. And then lift up and over with your right hand. Oh my gosh, I don't know if you all can see it, probably not, but there's a butterfly behind me in the window, and I can see its shadow. Feel your right shoulder open. All the little white butterflies are out right now. It's so pretty. Heavy through your right hip. We're gonna take 2 more breaths. Inhale, finding length. And exhale, deepening the stretch. Inhale, find length. Exhale, deepen. And then come all the way through center. Reach both arms up overhead. And then rain them down by your sides. Great work. So let's turn, I'm gonna turn, you don't have to turn. Send our legs long. So Dandasana, staff pose. It's a nice upright pose, head stacks over heart, heart stacks over hips. If you have tight hamstrings or pain in your low back, you might wanna keep your knees bent here, that's okay. So I'm gonna grab for my strap, or actually I'll just use the sweatshirt if you're using a sweatshirt. Long sleeves, I'm gonna tuck the sweatshirt around my feet and then slide my hands back on the strap or on the sleeves of the sweatshirt so that I'm not pulling myself forward. I just want the elbows by the sides. Think of lifting the heart. My knees are bent here. I am not gonna straighten my legs today in this pose. But if it feels okay in your body and you want to straighten your legs, just be really aware of how that feels in your low back. If you start to get any pinching or rounding, you want to go ahead and bend those knees again. If you need extra support here, if even with your knees bent you're rounding, try to place a pillow underneath your sacrum. Awesome. Okay, so inhale, super long spine. And then on that exhale, start to hinge forward at the hips, just reaching your heart forward. So again, we're not coming to our absolute max here. Maybe just about like 50-60%. So you should feel a stretch in the backs of the hamstrings. And this is always really intense for me at the upper neck and right between the shoulder blades. So just try to relax. Relax the jaw. Maybe stick the tongue out. Relax the jaw, relax the neck, letting it sort of hang. Take a big breath in, think of growing longer through the low back. And on the exhale, deepen forward. Just a little, maybe it's half an inch, maybe it's a centimeter. Take a couple more breaths here, just using that breath to gently help you ebb and flow so we're not staying totally stagnant in this pose. Nice job, y'all. And then I'm gonna invite you to release the strap and just let your legs relax the way that they want to. You might want to turn out, and that's okay. I'm gonna just slide my arms forward on my legs and allow myself to deepen through the stretch just for 2 more breaths. But if you start to feel any pulling or pain in the low back, just come out of it. Keep that low back long. It's not wrong to round the low back, but it's a super common injury point, and so we just want to be really careful with that. Think of expanding your chest cavity while you breathe. Last one. And then slowly start to walk your hands back up, stacking your head back over your hips here. Nice. Now, however you want to, make your way up to standing. So I'm going to set my props aside, pull my knees in, and then press myself up using my hands. Keep your knees buoyant, so find a little bending through the knees here. And stand super tall. Root down through your feet. Really make sure your head feels like it's floating over your shoulders. And then press through all 4 corners of the feet. And imagine as you're pressing down, that same energy is traveling up your legs. Your low belly pulls in and up. Again, let's loop the shoulder blades or the shoulders up towards the ears and then relax them down the back. Nice job. Go ahead and clasp your hands together here. And then take a chest expansion. Reach your fists down, finding an external stretch in the shoulders here. Pull the heels of the hands closer together. That might not happen in your body today, but that's just the action, right? We're reaching down, pulling those heels of the hands together to grow broader across the collarbones, keeping the low belly nice and firm so we're not popping out the booty here. No booty popping. Take a full breath in. Stay for the exhale, feeling the stretch across the chest, through the shoulders, down the arms. One more breath in. Great job. Now, really bend the knees here. We're going to start to fold forward. If you can keep the hands clasped, that's great. If not, release them down by your sides and just come into a ragdoll pose. Otherwise, if your hands are clasped, you can keep them at the base of the spine, or if it feels okay in the shoulders, start to bring the pinky fingers up towards the sky. And eventually, maybe the thumbs start to stretch overhead. But you really get to determine how deep you go here, so I don't know your limits. You do. Honor those. Don't think of them as a block. Think of them as a guide. Your body's saying, please don't go further than this. Just meet yourself where you are. One more big breath in, y'all. Now, if your hands are clasped, bring them back down towards the base of the spine and then release them down by the sides. That way we're not doing this motion where we go over with the shoulders. That can be tweaky in a lot of shoulders. All right, so again, bending the knees or taking the feet even wider than the hips here, especially if you've got super tight hamstrings or low back. Think of resting the torso on the thighs. And then we're just gonna let the head dangle. So shake the head yes and no. Maybe there's a little crunchiness in the neck. That's okay, as long as it doesn't hurt. We're gonna take a horse breath. So your cat might look at you funny here. But take a big breath in and then let the air blow out of your lips. Great for releasing the jaw. Really just letting your head dangle. We'll do 2 more. Inhale. Horse breath. Last one. Horse breath. Awesome job. Now bend your knees and slowly rise up with a tall spine. So we'll bring the hands to the shins or the quads and then just guide yourself all the way back up. Nice work. Root down through the feet here. Pull the low belly in tight, and then turn your right knee out and kickstand it next to your left ankle. All right, so low belly is super strong. Let's bring the hands to heart center, or if you feel more balanced, you can bring them to the hips. And find a point out ahead of you. Probably lower is better for balance. Just to focus on, this is your drishti, your concentration point. And imagine your breath is like a laser beam shooting into this point. Really zip your low belly in and up, and then think of knitting the ribs closed around the core. So this is, you're gauging your Uddiyana Bandha, or your core lock here. Super strong through the core. And wherever you are, if you would like to go a little deeper, maybe you lift those toes away from the floor and bring them to the calf muscle, coming into Vrikshasana, or tree pose. It's okay to be a little wobbly here. Fortunately, your right foot is a few inches from the ground and you can just set it down to catch your balance. Try to test your balance for 3 breaths. Awesome job. Go ahead and release your right foot down. Turn the toes in and then just wiggle your legs out. Let's loop the shoulders up, back, and around. Standing nice and tall. Whew. Low belly is super strong. Core is tight. We're going to do the same thing on the left side. Kickstand that left foot next to your right ankle. And then notice here the tendency to want to crash into your right hip. Think of lifting up. So you're grounding down through your right foot and all that energy is shooting up your right leg, out the crown of your head. Again, hands come to heart center. Laser beam breaths into your drishti, or your point of concentration. Again, you have the option to lift your left foot away from the mat, balancing your tree. You're doing an awesome job. If you're falling or if you're wobbly, I'm going to say this a million times, but again, try to be patient with yourself. Don't get frustrated. I always say life would be really boring if we never fell, because then we would never learn anything. Yoga is all just a big metaphor, guys. Take another big breath in. Stick with it for one more exhale. And then turn that knee in and set the foot down. Awesome, so we're gonna do one of my favorite stretches now. It can be really intense, so again, you get to choose where you stop, how far you go. I'm gonna extend my right arm out and then draw my left ear to my left shoulder. Now I'm gonna place my left arm on top of the right side of my head, but it's not pulling. All it is just resting on my head. No pulling, just letting a little bit of gravity help me here. I'm going to flex my hand, my right hand, so the fingertips are pointing towards the sky. Take a big breath in. And then super slow, start to pull the heel of the hand down towards the side. I mean, take 10 or 15 full seconds here. And there will be a spot where you go, whoa, and you just need to stop there and breathe into the right side of the neck. You might make your fingers twitch here. It's all connected. I'm about 30% of the way, I guess 60% of the way down. Eventually, release the right wrist, release the left hand from the head, and pull the chin back up through center. Take a full breath in. Let it go. Draw the right ear to the right shoulder. Reach the left arm out long. And then bring the right hand to rest gently on the left side of the head. Super gentle. Flex the heel of the left hand. Take a big breath in. And then as you exhale, super slow movement, start to travel down with the heel of the left hand. Again, pausing when you hit that point where your body's like, whoo, that's a big stretch. Sending breath. Imagine you're filling up the left side of your neck with your breath. And then release it down. Nice and slow. Bring your chin all the way back to center. Good job. Reach your arms up overhead. Take a full breath in. And then bend your knees. Find a forward fold. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Keeping my knees bent here. You can find your hands on your shins or on your quads. Pinch the shoulder blades together. Stretch the crown of the head forward. Take one more breath in. And then exhale, fold. Awesome job. Bend the knees. We're going to rise all the way up. Last little standing stretch here. Grab for your left wrist with your right hand. We're going to lift up and over to the right. Notice the tendency to want to peel back with the left side of the body. Try to square everything through center. Toes point to center. Pulling your left wrist long. Pulling your low belly tight. Take another full breath in. And stay for the exhale. Inhale, come all the way through center. Grab for your right wrist with your left hand and lift up and over to the left. Big side body stretch. Peeling that right shoulder open. Feeling this nice spinal stretch. And then inhale, come all the way back through center. Awesome job. Cactus the elbows wide. Lift the heart towards the sky. So it's almost like you're doing a pull down on the machine at the gym. Energy through the fingertips, shoulder blades draw together and down. And then inhale, reach it high. Bend your knees again. We're going to float down to forward fold, Uttanasana. Shake your head, yes. Shake your head, no. And then bend your knees generously. Come all the way down to a seat. We're going to swing the legs around behind you here. Bring the knees together, the feet together, and sink your hips back down towards your heels. We're going to bring the hands behind us and fold down into Balasana or Child's Pose. Now, this can be intense, so if you need a little support, feel free to take your pillow. There's two places. You can bring it behind your thighs here to sit back to help lift your hips up a little, or you could bring a pillow underneath your forehead. Or both, like me. Feel the low back expand here as you inhale. And as you exhale, feel those hips sink back and down. Take one more breath in your Child's Pose. And then slowly begin to help yourself up. Just set the pillow that was under your head to the side. You're welcome to keep this pillow under your thighs there if you're using it. I'm going to bring my big toes together to touch and my knees wide, preparing for extended Child's Pose. Hips sink back down towards the heels. Arms walk long out in front of me. And then my forehead is going to come to the yoga mat, or if that doesn't feel good, it's going to come to a pillow. And then, so you can stay here, continuing to deep breathe into the space of the low back. Or, if it feels okay in your neck, gently rock your forehead side to side, massaging out that space right between the eyebrows. Take one more big breath in. And stay for the exhale. Great work. Slowly press yourself away from your child's pose. We're gonna swing the legs around and come all the way down to the back. So I'm gonna place this pillow underneath my knees. And I'm gonna take my sweatshirt, roll it up. So it's nice and long. Actually, I'm gonna fold the sleeves in too. And that is gonna go right underneath my neck. I'm gonna send my legs long forward and lower myself down. Just let the pillow mimic the natural curvature of your neck. Fun fact, mine is naturally perfectly straight. A medical marvel. Tuck those shoulder blades underneath the body, send the arms long, and relax here. Letting your head gently fall back. Let your jaw hang open, like when you fall asleep on an airplane. Really feeling that release through the jaw. Where there is neck tension, there is jaw tension. Relax the arms, relax the feet, let the knees, or I guess the feet, splay out wide if that feels okay in your hips. Just really fully relaxing the body. Close your eyes. And rest here. You can pause the video here and just stay as long as you like. Maybe stay for 10 minutes. But if you are ready to move on with your day, help yourself up slowly in a way that feels good to you, feels safe for your back and your neck. Join me in taking a big deep breath in. An open mouth exhale. One more time, lift the shoulders, inhale. Exhale, release. Go forth. I hope you feel better if you are feeling icky. If you ever have any requests, let me know. I am so here for you and I get it. Thank you for spending this time with me. I hope this was what you needed and I'll see you next time. Bye y'all.